Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the James and Sunda show. I'm James. This is Sunda.
On occasion. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I'm so glad to be here. I feel festive. I feel happy.
Okay.
I feel like I have a full bladder. I'm just kidding.
Well, now's the time to
share that with everyone. Because you know what happens when you're a woman?
Leave yourself.
It's like after you get dressed, that's when you decide you have to go to the bathroom. And it takes so much trouble to go to the bathroom that men don't understand. All they gotta do is like walk up, stand there, look on the left like they're not looking.
Wrong. It's going to.
Women have to balance themselves like a yoga position to use the bathroom. Why? Because we're not going to touch the seat. That's right. We know how, especially Jersey girls, because you don't know what those seats look like at the end of the night. You know what I mean? So
I have horrible
we're talking about vomit, by the way.
To go to the bathroom because you don't understand what it's like when you're in the bathroom with other men. There's all these men.
How do you know?
And they're all. You're right. I don't know, but I feel like they're all there. They're all lined up and they're all doing their thing, and it's weird.
I think it's very weird that you don't have.
It's weird.
Like the Royalton used to have this bathroom, and it had urinals in a circle, and I'm like, what is this?
What is that?
Could you go to the bathroom in a circle?
Never.
But you're relieving yourself.
There's no geometrical figure that I can go to the bathroom in, all right?
I'll tell you, when you're in jail, you'll learn also.
I'm not in jail. I'm not going to jail.
How do you know?
But you have been instructed by the producers of the show not to do the show with a full bladder.
That's true. That's true.
You've done it with a full bladder before, and we've had to call maintenance.
Well, you better make me laugh. That's all I'm saying. That's
I don't want to make you laugh.
You don't want to make me laugh?
Bladder.
Well, that's okay. You're doing great. So we're so glad we're talking about. I'm going to start my own new line of like disposable panties now that we're talking about it.
Now that you're wearing them.
I'm not wearing any.
I'm kidding.
Hello there. Okay,
there.
so I was just so excited because today, it's funny when you see a star and you're going to make believe that you don't see them. And I run into Taylor Swift and I'm making believe I don't see her. And then, of course, I'm going to grab her for a picture because my daughter loves her. My daughters both love her so much. And she was just so cool. And I'm so excited about this show in particular because I once followed, when Facebook first came out, I saw this singer at a small club in Silver Lake. What am I doing in Silver Lake, first of all?
It wasn't when Facebook first came out. It was when you first found Facebook.
Okay.
Okay? There's a difference, okay? So this was just a couple of months ago.
Well, it was years. So anyway, I did find Facebook, and Facebook found me along with a couple of ex-boyfriends, but they're out of jail, so that's great.
At what point do you stop referring to an ex-boyfriend as an ex? Like someone you dated 20 years ago, you're like, that's my ex, that's my ex. I mean, it's crazy.
What do you call yours?
She's a friend now. I mean, what do you call them exes for?
Because you X them out of the book.
Is that why?
Yeah, like X, he gets an X.
I didn't know they were so violent. Okay.
No, but what do you think? Former beaus.
And I noticed you don't refer to all of them as exes, just a few. So
well, there's a few special. I didn't have that many. What do you want? I was a boring kid.
Clear that you dated, and then there are others you'd like to just say, oh, I know that guy.
Some used to get me
seated.
Some got me seated with George Steinbrenner at the Yankee private rooms and all that stuff.
So he gets an X.
He was an X. He was an X.
I even call him my ex just because he had the ability to do it.
What was so funny about this guy is that when my husband tried to take me to Yankee Stadium, I was shocked that we had to pay for food because I didn't know. I'd never been there before.
But of course you didn't make a big deal about it, right?
I did. I said they're gonna make you that because he's talking about these big seats we have. The firm has these big seats, and I was like, okay. And then we go to eat, and they want us to pay.
Oh my God.
And I was just like, that's so strange because Mr. Steinbrenner was always so nice, and even though he called me Sundra, but I never imagined getting a bill at the end of the night.
So when your husband took you to the game, you were like, we're not hanging out with the Yankees?
Well, no, I was so shocked we didn't.
My ex used to take me to hang out with the Yankees.
Yeah, because his dad was a Yankee. I don't want to mention any names.
No, don't. Don't drop any names.
Yeah, because Bobby De Niro said that.
He told her.
You know what's so crazy about me?
But drop the name. You were doing.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
You're doing good.
Now let's just say his dad was the first black Yankee, an historical figure, and so was his son. Anyway, what I wanted to say was that I am not known for knowing about sports, which James always says is going to catch up with me, which it did, as we've discussed in the past with Artie Lang and all that.
All that.
And me being in a stadium with all these people screaming with a stick and a ball. I mean, let's come down to it, all right?
She's right.
And you guys see the faces on them. And they're chewing. And when you go down, there's a place where it's like, I think it's the dugout, where all the guys sit like cramped like that. And you go down there, it's just like
a subway stop.
It looks like they're all sitting cramped up and they're eating like chewing tobacco.
And pumpkin
they're
seeds,
spitting
they're
it.
out seeds, you know. They're eating
But they were just spitting and spitting, and so, you know, they're giving my ex the high five and and now, and then I was just like, oh God, it's so dirty in here. You know, I was thinking it was so dirty. And then I was in the Yankee newspaper.
Really?
Yeah, I was.
As what? What'd you do?
I was there because the sister was singing the national anthem at the time. And I got
your sister?
No, my ex's sister. But
ex's
that's a whole
sister.
other story because I was seeing someone at the time and I got busted on
Someone
TV.
else at the time.
Right.
So
and
this is
so I was
another
like,
ex.
Yeah, it's another ex. This was the Japanese ex.
A lot of exes.
And I don't have that many. But mine were definitely in longitude, latitude kind
Oh, you
of
mean
thing.
they were in the same vicinity?
Just from different
I
countries.
see. You did the train ride dating kind of thing.
No, I'll tell you something. I had a little bit of yellow fever, and that's very odd. I did. I had a little yellow fever, okay? I have to be very honest with you, and my husband also has very Asian eyes, but I think that they're attractive. I don't know.
Asian men?
Yeah.
Well, you know, the research says that the most desirable women are Asians,
Really?
and the least desirable women are white girls. And the most desirable, it's true, and the most desirable men are white men.
Whatever happened to sisters? Wait, we don't get no play?
I don't know where you are on the list, you know, but you look
What about mixed
But when
chicks?
you look at your exes, right?
Yeah.
How many of them are white? White
Not
men.
that many.
Not that many.
No.
You know what I mean?
No. Well, they could have been mixed a little bit. There was Japanese, there was Italian from Italy. Oh, God, his feet
What's
stunk.
it like to have yellow fever?
It's crazy
Tell me.
because you know what happens is you learn things that you don't know about. Like, for example, I didn't know how to use chopsticks, so I would like stick my stick in the food, and he was like, "Stop that! You're insulting Mama." And I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "You do that at a funeral." And I was just like, "Oh, like I didn't know about that."
I think you do that before the funeral.
No, I think you do that
When the
after
body's
a big
still
fight.
alive.
But can you imagine? I had no idea. Like that's something that, and he kept saying, "Stop it! It's insulting." I had no idea. And then they would eat these little fish that had eyes, and they were dried fish, and they would just like eat them. And I was just like I'm so Jersey. I was like, forget about it. If it doesn't have tomato sauce on it, I'm not going for it. And they were like sun dried or something, and they were eating these fish out of a bag. And the other thing I didn't know is that he had a little gambling problem. Okay, so now I'm dealing with a Japanese brother who's got a gambling addiction, and he's like,
Japanese.
yeah, but he would be like, honey, let me just tell you, if I could sell that necklace and I can win, and then he would say that I brought him bad luck, okay? So listen to this. This is a true story. I am at the casino, and I'm being paged, okay? And I'm like, who is paged? And I'm on the phone. This is before cell phones. I'm on the phone. He's like, where are you? Because you weren't standing next to me, I have a losing streak, and this, and this, and this. And when I said, I'm trying to explain to him where I am, and when I turned
Don't pee.
around, he was behind me on the phone behind me. And he said I was stupid.
Somehow,
He lost all our money.
this was a Facebook story
Yeah.
at some point.
We went from Facebook to falling in love with James and Sunda. We're so glad you guys have tuned in to watch us.
Yeah.
And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and like
Follow
us
us on Twitter.
Right, and like us on
Like
Facebook.
us on Facebook. You're going to get it right one day.
And Instagram us and do everything.
And
but don't
follow us
forget,
on
as
Instagram.
long as you know it's jamesandSunda.com.
At James and Sunda.
And at James and Sunda on Twitter. You know
Yes.
where you are. And stay tuned for more fun. We got a lot of stories to tell you.
Do we really?
Yeah, let's throw the dice.
Joining us now on the program, we have singer-songwriter Chris Angelus, ladies and gentlemen.
Love it,
Chris.
love it, loving it, loving it.
And Sunda's Facebook friend.
Yes, it's a crazy story, but I was actually, we met when we were performing at a place in Silver Lake. I've never been back. Not for any other reason except there was no parking, and I got very frustrated. And actually, two women tried to pick me up, and they said that I was cute, and that's why they were giving me a parking space.
Wow.
And I
look
didn't
at
realize
you.
that parking spaces are coveted. I mean, like, you can't get parking spaces in Silver Lake. Silver Lake, California, for my Jersey people. I have no idea. We got parking down the shore. But anyway, I had an opportunity to hear you perform, and I was like, damn, like, she's good. So then when the Facebook thing came out, and then I followed her, or whatever I
Thank
did.
God it came out
Then
just as you met Chris.
I got embarrassed because I was like, maybe that was creepy and like stalking or something.
Did it feel creepy when Sunda
No.
liked you on
She didn't
Facebook?
even notice. You had no idea. The
What's
next
your
thing
version
I knew,
of the story?
No, that's pretty much it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You can confirm this?
Yes, she
can't
did.
remember.
She did friend me on
Oh,
Facebook.
friend me. I friended you. Yes, I did.
And I didn't think it was creepy.
And then
She was very complimentary.
Yes, it was very nice. And then I said, then I got a notice about your Kickstarter campaign, right?
Yes.
We could talk about that a little bit.
Yes.
And
What is
so
it?
she has a Kickstarter campaign, and I write to her, oh, now you remember me because you need money?
Ah.
Yeah, that happened too. Yes, that's
Yeah,
true.
and then that was very odd because she was like, no, I remembered you. And I was like, no, you needed money, and now you remember me.
no, but you thought I didn't remember you when I walked in today, which is silly because I'm here.
Right. Wow. So much action has happened since she stepped in. I mean, boom, she walks in, boom, Taylor Swift is outside, boom, we're taking pictures. And then by accident, she doesn't get in the picture that I take. So we have made sure here at JLTV that we have a picture of Chris Angeles, Sunda, Veda, all of us with Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift, thank you so much for being a part of the show without being a part of the show.
without knowing it.
We are your fans. We love
gonna
and
find you
adore
on
you.
Facebook.
And I have so many questions for you. What's going on? You have a new CD?
Yes.
Yes, can you tell us the name? What's going on?
Yes, I should have brought one.
Oh,
so I
we'll
can show
have
it.
one. Somebody throw it at us.
Where's
So
the CD?
it's in
Where
there,
is the
but
CD?
it's called The Left Atrium because I like things with a lot of like double meanings, layered meanings, and because if you know anything about anatomy, you know the left atrium is a part of your heart, like the right ventricle, right atrium, all of that. Thanks. That's not it.
Listen, this is big time show business. This is extremely professional.
It's the one that there's like 50 of them in there.
It's the one that says left atrium on it.
It's the one that says anatomy and physiology on it.
Is it? There you go. There it is.
All right.
All right,
Awesome.
there you go.
Thank you, sir. What's your name?
Great.
Hi,
Greg.
Greg.
This is funny.
This is it.
The left atrium.
And then also an atrium is like a part of a building that usually has a glass roof that you can see into. Sometimes things grow out of it. So it's all of that. You can see into my
See,
heart.
we're infotaining.
So wonderful.
We give information.
What was the one you didn't want us to see? Was that you?
No, it's someone else's CD that they gave me at a show.
Oh, you don't need that. But we're here to talk about
You've never done
atriums.
that.
You've never done that. You've never done that. Now,
I've
this
never
is-
given out anyone my CD.
So
Not
no-
Taylor Swift.
Is this you? Is this you from behind?
Yes.
Look, I mean, I can't get it close up. You have nicer hands.
That was a
because I get
slip. Is
manicure.
this you from behind?
Well, because
just
I
saying.
liked the idea of the person
Show
that I
it.
did the artwork with. His name is Timothy Garrett. He's amazing. Anyone needs
show the behind.
stuff. But
Show her the
he had this
behind.
idea where, and I always liked the idea of something being like the front of it is the front of me, and the back is like as if you just saw the back.
Yeah,
like,
there you are.
Oh, I didn't even see your face in the front of this.
Yeah.
Here, take a look.
This is unbelievable. Oh my God, you look like Carrie.
You guys know this is you're watching
God, I look
rehearsal.
really creepy, everyone.
No. Carrie is my favorite movie.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you don't know anything about me like that because we're just Facebook friends. But look at this. This. If you have a close up of this, you could see this. And this is never mind all that. Her songs, your music is so wonderful. Who inspired you?
Oh, well, the band that sort of got me into like I could be a musician too was Hanson. Mbop. I'm still a fan.
Wow.
Still went and saw them last month.
Good.
But then the other like really turning point, pivotal inspiration is Brandi Carlile. Do you know her music?
Yeah.
She's great. And then I love Katie Herzig, Regina Spektor, Lumineers, Mumford and Sons, Creedence Clearwater Revival, Elton John, Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Of course. I was gonna say that, but then I was like, this is gonna seem weird.
I wish she had met you.
Did you guys play on the same show that night?
She did.
You guys had an exchange.
I introduced myself, told her that I was Chris Angeles, and she turned around and said hi to me first, which I was
Wow.
really impressed with.
She's like a nice person.
Yes.
She's like a nice person.
Yeah.
Not a nice person,
No,
but like
she's
a
really
person.
down to earth, and I think, well, I'm gonna tell you this chick's gonna be a star because there's no way I'm gonna sit and listen to music in a bar, ever.
But were you
okay?
on the same show that night?
Yes.
You both performed on the
She
same
doesn't
show.
remember
Yes,
my
I
act.
do.
What was I doing?
You were doing comedy, and I remember it. I don't remember exactly what you said,
Do you know what you sang
but I
that
have
night?
image of it. What?
Do you know what you sang that night?
Yeah, I probably stuff from my old EP, Long Way Down.
All right.
Brave Sounds.
It was great though. I was like, this is embarrassing. Like, what do I look like listening to a chick playing a guitar? Like, I was like, she's good. And I wrote her. I said, you're really good. And she didn't write back. And I was like, okay, I did something really bad here. Because I didn't
feel so
understand the Facebook
bad.
thing at that time because I exposed someone from dying of an overdose of heroin on Facebook when I first started. I was terrible.
Yeah.
My cousin had said that his friend died of a kidney failure. And I said, that's not true. He died of a heroin overdose. And my cousin wrote me and said, you can't put that on Facebook. And
But
I said,
everyone can see it.
Right, but I was writing to him, but I didn't. I wrote
But
to
you're writing
everybody.
on a wall.
I wrote on the wall, right? And I
It
wrote.
was the news feed.
Is that the dumbest thing?
No, it's not. We've all done it.
Well, it's the thing where, sometimes it's confusing because you think that you're replying to a specific person and then you're like, oh, that's my status. And it's just this random status.
That's what I did.
When we come back, we're going to hear some music. So we'll be right back
That's
with
so
Chris
cool.
Angeles.
So cool, Chris
So
Angeles.
cool, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are still here with Chris Angeles.
Is that your real last name?
It is.
How cool is that? So you're perfect for stardom.
I guess so.
No one's gonna forget the last name.
No. But it's with an IS instead of an ES because it's Greek.
So they're going to misspell it.
Yeah.
Are you
A
Greek
lot.
Orthodox?
No.
No.
My
Just-
dad is just Greek.
Just Greek.
And
And
not,
your mom?
not like really into being Greek.
Or eating feta cheese.
No. No, my mom is not Greek either. She's Colombian.
Get out of
Colombian.
here. Wow,
Yeah.
what a nice mixture.
Thank you.
Boricua de, no, be
Apparently
like,
it equals eyebrows.
See?
Yeah.
You've got to put some stand-up in your songs, man. Your patter. You do any stand-up in your patter?
Oh, yeah, no, I say some funny things that people think are funny when I'm performing.
Wow. Well, look at him, the doctor.
And
over
one
here.
day I'll do the same. I hope. I mean, Christian is laughing right now. He's an English language expert, but I still haven't found my voice quite yet. But you're going to play It's Not Your Fault for us, is that correct?
Yes.
Off the album.
It is, yes. And I actually just did a music video for it with Justin Hartley. He was on Smallville and Revenge, so that was cool of him to.
That's cool.
Very
Very nice.
Yeah.
Can't wait to get him on the show.
Is there a double meaning?
To Not Your Fault?
Yes.
I don't know.
story
Not
of
that
his
I've.
life.
No,
thought
she was
of,
talking about double meanings
But
before, and
it was
I want to make sure I understand.
it was from the main thing that the thought that I had about it was the line in it you'll hear that says the heart is still the one that pumps blood to the mind, meaning that even if you're completely, it's so logical, it makes so much sense, and you understand why something's not working out, it doesn't matter. Like, your heart is just like, well, whatever, and then you still have feelings about it and you can't get over it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And but this was my sort of dealing with that, with this relationship, and it's not your fault and it's not mine, and it's just how it is.
Wow.
Well, I could tell you those are 4 words Sunda has never said to me.
It's always your fault.
It's always my fault.
I'm not in a relationship with you.
It doesn't matter.
I don't care.
We are in a relationship. We have a show together. We have we're a comedy partnership.
Yeah.
We have a comedy partners, are we not?
Until I bomb on stage, you get upset. Never mind about us. I want
Okay,
to
yeah,
hear what
please.
she
Let's
does.
hear the song,
Let's
right?
do this.
Chris Angeles from her album, The Left Atrium, playing It's Not Your Fault. Here we go.
You made me forget what I thought I never would. Now don't make me forget you too, 'cause I'm not sure I could. I thought there wasn't better, but you went and proved me wrong. And I don't get to have it this time, but I'm still glad you came along. It's not your fault. I know that it's not mine. It's all just a part of how we were designed. You played me raucous lullabies and drew my dreams when I closed my eyes. You would have been my first choice if only I was yours. But my dear, I'm getting weary of knocking on closed doors. It's not your fault, I know that it's not mine. It's all just a part of how we were designed. It's not your fault, I know I still have time. But the heart is still the one that pumps blood to the not your fault, I know, and it's not mine. It's all just a part of how we were designed. It's not your fault, I know I still have time, but the heart is still the one that pumps blood to the mind. So hear what you've been told. Take a breath of hope. Heal what someone broke. Yours is made of gold.
Woo! Wow. Can I walk in on this?
Yeah, you're mic'd.
Am I
Be
mic'd?
careful, you're mic'd,
Just mic'd.
yeah.
You see this? I'm mic'd. To see how fancy we are?
Here.
We got friggin' oh my God.
We got these new sort
It's
of
not
like
my fault.
walk the dog mics is what
It's
they're
not
called.
my fault. That's all I can tell you. It's not my fault, but that was
It's
wonderful.
not your fault.
That's
That
like
was
the
tremendous.
how tremendous was it?
It was tremendous.
You look like you were
And
going to cry, like you actually felt the words.
You looked like you were just in another world. You were so focused. I've never seen you so
I
focused.
told you.
You are mesmerized
I
by
am
Chris Angela. She's
mesmerized
mesmerized by
I
you.
am
This is your
mesmerized.
biggest fan right here.
I am. I'm your first.
And I don't mean in
was-
height and weight. I mean just like in terms of just,
We mean height.
I got
and
it,
weight.
got
you know,
it.
she understood. I don't know.
Now tell us, we should have had you say that, but you did a little patter before that.
Oh, what I normally say
Yeah,
before?
yeah. Listen to this, guys. This is funny.
What I say is like,
That's professional.
People have said to me, and including the person that I wrote this about, that I am too nice. And so I wrote this song called Not Your Fault, because that'll show them.
That was so. That's a retaliation.
It's not. It's like, it's okay. I still love you, even though you broke my heart. It's cool. It's nobody's fault.
You see that, James?
And then I told him
She's
that his
too
heart
nice.
is made of gold at the end.
That's so nice of you. That's a big, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like really just like getting in there.
You know how you're going to get in there? When you get your Grammy, I want you to remember that you were on the James and Sunda show. And James is right. I'm not a music lover. I'm not one of those people. And I got stuck in this bar, and I saw this jewel, this diamond in the rough who is now like shining bright. Am I wrong or am I right? Or am I, come on,
She's
am I
not
wrong or
wrong,
right?
ladies and gentlemen. She's not
Sean,
wrong.
am I right? Is she not great? She's awesome. She's awesome. And where could we see you perform live?
Well, my next show is in San Diego on December 5th, or here at Bar Lubitsch it's in West Hollywood on December 10th. And I'm playing at 10:30, I think. Yeah.
I've been there actually. It reminds me of New York a lot.
Yeah.
And they where could they find you online? if they
Oh,
wanna see
my
the shows?
website, www.chrisangelis.com. Chris with a K, Angelis with an IS. And all of that, Twitter and Facebook is all on there.
And then remember, if you're ever looking for a Colombian Greek, beautiful, talented musician, singer,
too nice.
songwriter who's too nice, you know where
She's
to
right
find
here,
her.
ladies and gentlemen. Chris Angelis.
Chris Angelis,
We
thank
gotta
you
take
so
a
much for
break.
being a part of our show.
We will be back.
Yes.
Chris Angelis, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Angelis. Every couple of weeks, every once in a while, we like to take a pause and just sort of see how we're doing, don't we?
Yeah, how are we doing? Let us know.
How are we doing? And-
JamesandSunda.com.
And we mean that not just in terms of the content of the show, but in
Or James's nose.
or my nose, which how is John and I were talking about Jewish astrology. You know, the Jewish astrology has its own signs and symbols and everything, and this is the year of the nose job, in case you guys didn't know that. Did you know that?
Are you talking about my nose?
No, there's no hope for that one.
There's no hope.
There's no hope for that.
I
But
get away with it
think
'cause
I
I'm
could-
dark.
I think I could get a nose job, and it would just be an incredible difference. The before and after shots would be.
I like your nose.
Tremendous.
I think James has a strong nose, and a nose like James
It's a strong nose,
makes
yeah.
him
It
look
could
smart.
knock down doors.
And makes him look smart.
You think so?
Yeah.
The nose makes me look smart.
You know who I think we should ask?
Who?
Our English expert.
Christian, can I ask you a question? Can you come here for a minute? If you have a minute.
Come on, love, come on,
It's
Christian.
not like you're doing anything behind the camera. First
Christian.
of all, how are we doing in terms of just our English this week?
I couldn't find any mistakes this time.
Flawless?
Yeah, flawless.
And I wanted to ask you a question. You're Hungarian, right?
Yes.
And
sir.
you're a paprika expert?
Absolutely.
Okay. And And you recently went to like a what would
Festival.
you call it?
Let's hear about it. Tell us
Hungarian
about it.
festival where you're to see pride in your country.
Yes, that was the guy was making a speech about.
Tell us about this, please.
How wonderful it is to be Hungarian, and then how this movie is gonna make us proud to our heritage.
Yeah.
And then the movie was about some kids who left behind because they killed their families, and then they started beating up each other because their grandma, who was taking care of them after the family just dumped them, was just beating them for no reason. So they figured it's just better if you just beat each other up. So when she came to beat them up, he's like, ha ha ha, just laughing on the grandma there. And then they get abused by the local Catholic priest, and they blackmail him for money. And I was just like, Jesus Christ, what's going on here? And then the priest's assistant who decided to get into the bathtub with the 10-year-old, and then and I was just like, the consul was sitting next to me, and he was like, oh my God, man, that's too much. I can't take this. I can't take this.
So were you proud?
I want to hear.
No, I was just saying, like, thank God I didn't call any of my acquaintances of this film festival to be proud of my heritage, because probably I would be just embarrassed.
You'd be embarrassed,
Wow.
but you do have something to say. We were talking about just pronunciation and about Culver
Yeah.
City, and you had some suggestions.
You think Culver City's doing something? They're messing up the language.
Yeah, I mean, if the C at the first letter of the Culver, and then the city should be also C pronounced as K, so it's either Culver Kitty or Solver City, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
Culver
What is
Kitty
it,
or Solver City,
Kitty
yeah.
or Culver City? It doesn't make any sense to me.
You're a
And there's a
genius.
lot of them like that. I
Yeah.
find a lot of discrepancies, or it doesn't make any sense. But
Yeah,
I'm collecting them together, and I just want to submit it.
Or you're selecting them.
Select them, yeah, because I can't go one by one because there's a lot of them.
Tremendous. Ladies and gentlemen, Christian, say the last name again.
Oh, Petrozzi.
Petrozzi. It's unbelievable.
Christian,
You're just a
yes,
genius. You're a
yes,
genius.
you are a
Seriously, we
genius.
love
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
And that's
I mean-
basically how we're doing.
That's great. You know something? Just think about it. Christian's not from this country, and it does look strange not to know that a soft C would be, you know, like Sunda is Sunda because it's an S. But if it was with the C, it would be a whole different show. Did I just say that in front of children? Children were talking about Santa Claus, and all you kids who are watching.
We're talking about Santa Claus.
Yeah, on a Jewish network, but you know,
Santa Claus was a Jew.
Santa Claus was a Jew.
Santa Claus was a Jew.
No.
He was a Rebbe.
Actually, do you know how Santa Claus came about?
Do I know?
Yeah, how the term came,
I'll
the name?
say no for the sake of
For
entertainment.
the sake of entertainment, but if you say St. Nicholas fast, that's how it came about.
St. Nicholas.
That's it. Santa Claus, Santa Claus, Santa Claus, Santa Claus.
I'm sorry. I don't
It's
know.
true. That's what I learned. I went to a Catholic school.
Really?
Yeah, so we're smarter than you.
What else did they teach you in that school?
They taught us to beware the Jews.
And here we are on Jewish Life Television. That's what they're teaching in the
They
Catholic
told
school.
me you need to go to that yeshiva. They
Where did
told
you-
me that.
Where did you go to St. Gibson's?
No, St. Teresa. And then
St.
they threw me
Teresa.
out, and then I went to St. John Cathedral.
That was a Mel Gibson joke.
Why? The Australian thing? We mean?
No, because he's America's favorite anti-Semite.
Now, do you think all Australians are anti-Semites?
Not all.
The Jewish ones aren't.
The Jewish ones aren't. No, the Jewish ones are. I think Australia has a problem. They got to work on it. They got to get it together. Hungary has a serious problem. Oh my God, your country. They don't like Jews at all.
They don't like Jews at all.
I mean, some of them do, but there's a large portion that is very. Even political parties are. They're outspoken about it. You know that, right, Christian?
I didn't follow up, but I heard about it.
You heard about it
He
from
heard
me.
about it.
He heard about it from me.
This turns
yeah.
into a whole different type of show.
I don't
These
know
people
what
have
just
no idea
happened.
what we're talking about, but we know what we're talking about.
Jews in the world and how they
Oh
are
my
perceived.
God, I've got to tell you something.
Tell us.
I just had the most interesting weekend because it was my daughter's 11th birthday. I almost said 8th
Happy
birthday,
birthday.
but it was her 11th birthday. Tova, happy birthday. And we had a party at Space Odyssey in New Jersey. And I realized that my Jewish friends came and my grammar school friends came. And I went to grammar school, high school, and college with one of these guys, okay? Robert Marks, my first crush. And I realized how
an ex?
different. No, he's not an ex. He ran away from me.
He's not an ex. He ran away.
ran away from me. And guess what he ended up with?
What?
A Puerto Rican.
Why?
How funny.
That is funny.
Because he's like very Irish, and like both of my friends, James Straub and Robert Marks, they were altar boys. And so I'm saying that to say that I didn't realize that my Jewish world doesn't realize that I really come from an Irish Catholic friendship group, and that's what they look like. They're like, where's the beer? You know, Roadkill was there, Maureen was there, like everybody from my act was there.
Where's the beer as opposed to where's the Slivovich?
The Slivovich.
Slivovich,
Slivovich
ladies and
sounds like
gentlemen.
something pornographic. I never liked it, but I know that Slivovich
It's
is
a porn
something.
name.
Is that what your name is?
No,
Is that your Twitter handle?
That's
Is
not
that what
my
you call yourself? Because James has, by the way, he's so sneaky. He has different Instagram names, he has different Facebook names, and he hides it so well. So when he's dating, people think that they're following him, and they're not, because he's got these other pages, and they think they're outsmarting him, and he's outsmarting them. And I love the way you do that.
I'm like Sherlock Holmes, or I have aliases.
Of course they're aliases, and people
Yes.
think that they're giving you advice on social media, and you are so way past them.
Yeah, I'm like Columbo. You know how he always kind of played naive and dumb, and then he would come back for that last question?
And what do we say? Just
one more thing.
One more
just one
thing.
more thing.
That's
he
one
would
more
always
thing.
act like naive, and I
Right.
do that. I never let them know what you know.
That's right. That's what I
Never
say.
let them know.
About his nose.
Back
that's
to
it.
my nose. Back to my nose.
I
ladies
love
and
his
gentlemen.
nose, though. I gotta tell you, I think James is one of the most handsome comedy partners anyone could ever have. It's always a pleasure working with him. And today, everyone's happy that we're not fighting. And like, give it to James Harris for being happy.
What? Like I'm
Happy about everything.
See, this is not a compliment.
Right,
They're
but
making
we-
like every week I'm crazy and I'm nuts and I'm
Okay,
all
let
out
me
of
just
my
say
mind,
one
and now
word.
all
You
of a
want to
sudden
get a
today I'm
reaction?
cool.
We have a minute. Let's get a reaction. Lunch.
Okay, you know. This is the problem. You see, I asked, whatever.
All I can tell you guys is just continue to come see us at the Laugh Factory on Saturday night. Please always follow us at James and Sunda, and of course, jamesandSunda.com. And we are just so happy to have you guys write into us. Please keep sending in your Dead to Me stories.
You just sound like you're doing a telethon now, like we're raising money.
Well, we need to.
We
have to get that nose
we
job.
gotta take a break. We're gonna start a Kickstarter campaign for me
my
to get
teeth.
a nose job. For my nose! Your teeth and my nose. Can you imagine if my nose was on that face with those teeth? Seriously, this would be
Come
like
back.
that American
Come
Horror
back.
Story. Jewish Horror Story.
There's certain people that are dead to us, and I want to
Yeah,
give
let's
it.
get to
I just
that,
want to talk
shall
about
we?
something that happened to me this week on stage.
Who's dead to you?
This comedian, another comedian's dead to me.
Another comedian, ladies and
Another
gentlemen,
comedian is dead to me.
Sunda.
I'll never forget that this guy
Or
wanted to
forgive.
sign with Carrie Hoffman, who is the former owner of Stand Up New York and my first manager, me and Zach Galifianakis.
I know how Carrie.
That's right, Carrie.
Good
That's how
man.
a good man, a good man,
Does
a
a
good
great
man.
Sammy Davis Jr. impression.
Stop it! It's Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra.
But
sorry.
anyway, what happened was the comedian talked to me. He was like, I want to confide in you. Please don't tell anyone this. But I need to know, what do you think about me signing with, and this stays between us, Sunda. I need to know to trust you. My sister is managing a big comedian, but Sunda, I need to talk to you in confidentiality. And so I open up to the guy, I put out the time, and I tell him my thoughts, and he runs back to Carrie Hoffman. Runs. And tells Carrie, Sunda says, don't do this, don't do that, because you are like boom, 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 and one day you're going to be focused on your own career.
Boom,
How?
boom, boom, boom,
Right,
ladies and gentlemen.
and tells everything. And of course,
And that's a quote.
that's a quote. Bada bing, bada bang, guy calls me, Carrie is just like so upset with me, as he should be.
As he should be, and still is.
And probably still is.
Have you heard from him?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
But anyway, that's
You might be dead to him.
I might be dead to
Carrie
him.
Hoffman might be right now performing for his audience, telling a story about a comedian who told someone do boom, 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 boom.
Right.
He's up there saying, and then she told him boom, 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 boom.
And this jerk,
and she's dead
wait a
to
minute.
me.
And the guy signs with him. How's this? He signs with him after telling him what Sunda thought. Okay, I just thought that Carrie had a lot on his plate. I was like, look, this is what happens with me. Zach Galifianakis, he thinks he's going to be a star, and guess what? He was correct.
He was right.
He always said it. He said Zach is going to be a star.
Said it
Sunda,
twice.
Sunda, I'm going to tell you right now, you don't need any help. I've got to be there for Zach. I got to be there for Zach.
Dead
He
on
always said that.
impression.
Dead on.
Dead on.
Yes, dead on. Okay, I have to be there for Zach. I have to be there for Zach.
Has to be.
And he was there for Zach. And
Zach
he always
wasn't
said,
there for him, though.
stop it. Zach is going to come on our show.
One day.
One day he will be on our show. I know he will. I know he will. And so Zach was a dear friend. And by the way, I just wanted to say that this comedian then signs with him, gets this special, does this, and then
Boom,
where
boom,
does he
boom,
end
boom.
up? He ends up on my stage at the Laugh Factory.
Roast.
And that's my stage. On a Saturday night, 8 o'clock show, it's my stage. I want it to be run the way Jamie Masada wants it run.
Clean show.
Clean show.
Do your time.
Do your time, get off, but don't
Get off.
dare make comments about me. And when did cancer jokes become funny? That's what I
That
want to
was
know.
He not only did he curse, and it's a clean show.
He cursed.
He's doing cancer.
Down syndrome jokes,
Down
cancer
syndrome
jokes,
jokes.
retarded jokes, and I hope you are watching, comic, because when your wife said to me, "Please give him the light," I was
in
like,
panic,
"Yo,
in a panic she said
dude,
it.
when your wife tells me to give him the light, which is not my job," and I had to say to her, "Listen, I'm a talent. I don't touch the light. You know what I'm saying? Because I can
don't touch
pull
the
that
light.
diva stuff."
That's right.
But meanwhile, I said to the manager, I was like, "Honey, the wife is flipping out. You need to do something with that light because he got to get off." Because she said he doesn't know he's going to do this much time. And if you deny it happened, there's cameras all over the Laugh Factory, and it did happen. And I
you're
just
dead to us.
And you are so dead to me because we had so many people there that were recovering from cancer and were so happy to get
Yeah,
out
we
that
did.
night. And we want to know, why did you think cancer was funny?
And not a soul was there to see you.
Not a soul was there to see you, baby. And you
Okay,
were so
baby.
upset that I went over the light. Guess what? Ain't nobody was there to see you.
Nobody was there to see you.
And all they wanted to know was, when are you not coming back? So, comic who did your bad
Yeah.
jokes, you're so dead to me.
You're dead to us.
Dead to me. And you know
me,
what? You
even
guys.
though I had no incident, nothing.
You said
invested.
he was making faces because I went over the
was.
light.
He was
I get a
making
5.
faces.
I get a long light because I have a nice following, and the owner has been so kind to me. And these comics come in there like
Yeah.
they're superstars, and they don't even have anybody on the guest list. Not a soul. He ran out so fast.
He was making faces and like he was like in angst over you going on, and I was like, and I was waiting for him to just look at me. I was like, I hope he looks at me and just makes a face at me, because
He does back me up.
I was
I gotta
ready.
say, my boy backs me up in the
Hey, you know,
stand-up world.
I'm a grown man.
He
I
will
was ready.
say something.
I was ready to just take him down. I was like, come on, make a face at me. Come on. I get closer. I'm like, come on, say something, say something, say something. Come on. But he
Right.
didn't.
He won't let anybody do anything to me comical,
right.
comedy-wise. He won't back me up when I'm keying cars in my Jersey head,
Yeah.
and did I admit to a
Right.
crime just now? So what?
When she's keying cars and I'm running away, that's when the black people are looking and going, that ain't a grown man. That's not a grown man right there. No.
We
But,
had a fight at Kaiser, and this black guy said,
he said,
she looked like Josephine. That was the first thing. She looked like Josephine because she got crazy
actually
eyes.
kicked me in Kaiser in front of. So there's this big black man. He's like working the room at Kaiser because there's a line to get in to get your blood tests, and he's making jokes and he's trying to be funny. Like, yo, take a number over there. It's gonna be here all day. Might as well this, that, and this. And then Sunda is fighting with me. I could be dying. I'm getting a blood test. We don't know what's wrong. They're saying something's wrong, that I gotta go down and get lab work is what they call it. They're testing for everything. And Sunda's fighting with me, and this brother's like, yo, man, that's a YouTube moment right there. That's YouTube. Let's get that. And he starts getting, he's like, yeah, we're gonna put this on YouTube.
But you know something? You guys can YouTube us anytime you want because we're on YouTube on James and Sunda.
Here we go again. Go ahead.
And here we
yes.
go. And we have
Tell
more
us-
show.
Give them all the information.
We have more
Give them
show.
all the information.
At Sunda.
The phone
Lynn.
lines are open. She's at Sunderland. I'm at James Comedian, JamesandSunda.com.
We're
at
almost
James
back in
Sunda.
action.
Very close to being back in action.
Back in action.
Right. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes another exciting
I'm so
episode
sad
of
about
the
this
James
conclusion.
And Sunda comedy show. Why are you sad about
I don't
this
know why. You know
conclusion?
something? Because
Why?
it's not often we have such
okay.
a great
It's
day
okay. It's okay.
without fighting or,
you gonna cry?
No, my
We're
lashes
gonna
will come
fight.
up.
Oh my God, this is for the first time in
the
6
first
seasons.
time in 6
We didn't have a
seasons.
fight today. John
Even
didn't have
though-
to come out of the booth and break us up and
Right.
say, come on guys,
I
go
didn't-
in the other room.
Oh,
This is what he did last week.
With the Amish accent. Do the
We
accent.
got into a fight last week.
Because it was
John
his fault.
Came out of the booth over there, and you do the accent. You do him better than I do.
All right, you two come in the other room. Let's work this
You got
out.
5 minutes.
He said, and he's big too.
I wouldn't.
He's
That's
taller.
a grown
He's tall.
man.
He said, "You got
grown
5
man.
minutes." That's
Yeah.
what he gave us, and I need 30 seconds to say I quit. That's
We
my big
quit.
thing.
We basically quit, and then
You were like, no. I said I quit.
you quit.
I quit.
And I said, good, quit.
Yeah.
I'll-
And I was like, goodbye.
I was like, fine, quit. I'll do the show myself.
Because it's all about James.
You
But
know?
we're doing pretty good.
No, but then Sue Katz said you can't quit.
I
Remember?
know.
Sue Katz came in and she was like, what the hell's going on?
I said I just quit, and she said you can't quit, and I was
can't
like, no,
quit.
I quit.
You can't. The show must go on.
I know, but
Basically-
I'm done with this. You know what
Let
it
me
is?
just- can
I
I
have
just-
no time for your life.
Look, here's what would have happened. Take a step
Your
over here.
allergies, the no
If
cheese.
Sunda had quit, I'd be out here right now like this. Because this is what I do. See, I'd still be not talking, just listening.
Okay, that's such a lie, because he never shuts up. It's all about him. He never stops talking, all right? When I go to New York, I just want to talk on the phone, but instead I'm FaceTiming, okay? And then he's telling me, I'm on this FaceTime, and he's like, there's something behind you. That's creepy, dude. Like when that happened to my ex, Nelson Negron, you guys heard him.
Another ex, ladies and gentlemen. Are you keeping score at home? Are you folks keeping score at home?
This is the same one I talked to. Nelson Negron in Vineland has so many viewers watching us, okay? So
I don't
be
refer
nice.
to any of my exes as exes.
What do you call them? You break the
I
computer.
know their names. Oh, I break the computer. You're right. I refer to them as that was iPhone 5, that was iPhone 4, that was iPhone 3, that was iPhone 2, and that was an old Motorola flip phone. That's how I keep track of the girls. Based on the phone. See, now that I'm out of a recent relationship, she was the iPhone 4. And now that I've got the iPhone 5C, I can't wait till you introduce me to somebody from Thailand or something crazy like that. Sunda's gonna be like, James, I was on a plane. I met a girl, she's perfect for you. She is just perfect for you. Listen, Madagascar's not that far, all right? It's not that far. And you'll go, you'll have fun, she'll convert. She'll convert. I don't know what tribe she belongs to. Don't worry about it.
I get blamed for everything, but I
Because it's your fault.
No, it's not your fault.
No,
it's not my fault. Is it so bad to care about someone so much that you just want to see him running around with his children?
You're introducing me to people from other continents. Not even countries, continents. Continents, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, continents beat incontinence every day. All right, that's all I'm saying.
Oh my God, how you
hey, look,
doing?
I'm looking
How's
for
your
new
bladder?
sponsors. My bladder's fine. You see that? I didn't laugh that hard.
You should sponsor the show. The phone lines are open.
So
She needs teeth. I need a nose.
we do. We need to do a whole makeover. We need a whole makeover. Like this little shimmy thing I got going on. I don't know. My daughter said not to wear it. Tova said don't wear it, and so I wore it. And so I hope she's not right. But she says, Mama, that's not for you. And I said, okay, because she said so.
Well,
and
you know what?
they're going to choose my nursing home. So is it for you? Is it more for you? I met somebody new for you, though. Let me tell
In a lot of
you.
ways it is for me. I have the same outfit at home.
That's the real you. Tell them.
That's the real me.
Bruce, tell us about Bruce.
This dress right here, I've tried it on. And it's hard. It's really hard for me to get into this. It's hard. But it's lovely. It's wonderful. Seriously. My girlfriend actually bought me something similar.
Was it online?
Of course. Of course it was online.
Give it up for Bruce.
Thank you.
Oh, God. Bruce. Bruce, I love that. I love that.
You do love it.
I do love Bruce.
My mother hates it.
Yes, she does.
My mother hates. I call my mother
my
talking like
God.
that. I'm like, Mom, listen, there's something I have to tell you. It's been, you're not going to be happy. But
She gets very upset.
she says, stop talking like that, Jamie. Stop talking like that, Jamie. I don't like it. I'm like, what's wrong? I thought you'd be receptive. It's just not. I know it's hard to hear me like this, but
She gets so upset.
She gets so mad.
so
Oh
mad.
my
It's
God.
real. It's real. She gets
The
so
anger.
mad. Yeah, but you know what? Maybe it is the real you we don't know about, baby.
Hello?
Hey!
Oh, maybe it is.
Maybe it is, but there's so many things going on
We
that
gotta go.
Thick,
We gotta
we're
go.
gonna let
We've
you
already-
go.
Robin Thicke, thank you very much.
Right.
We want to thank you for everything you've done.
Miley Cyrus.
Thank you.
Okay.
Beyonce.
So Beyonce.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We love you all.
We love you
You're
all.
the best. Thanks for watching.
But number one, you are our fans, and we do love you.
And the
we
phone lines are open.
stop it. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
God bless
Thank you very much. See you next week.